Hi there, this is Lucas Silveira, and I'm here with the magnificent Margaret Cho. So I'm going to start talking to you about something that's serious and something that you've mentioned before, the situation with Jian Ghomeshi, if we're going to talk about women in that certain. This was something that I think kind of broke your heart, right?
Well, it was a terrible thing because he was somebody that I was a fan of and that we both benefited from his support as artists, you know, and to discover that about him, I think, was really difficult. And I think that speaks to the bravery of Canadian women to talk about what happened to them, the truth coming out. Because in America, we still struggle with that. In America, often we're blaming the victim. I mean, we have a very difficult, similar situation with Bill Cosby. And over 40 women have come forward with allegations against him, and they have the same story, yet we're reluctant to prosecute. No criminal charges actually have been brought against him, and so this is how we deal with sexism in America, is just to be filled with doubt, where in Canada, they believe the women. They believe the women, and you know, it's all very heartbreaking just because we thought this person was something that ultimately they were not, and it's a hard thing. I think it's something, the betrayal of it, the betrayal of the abuser, is something that women deal with globally. But in Canada, they just know how to fix it in the way that they should.
You were in my favorite show ever on the planet called 30 Rock. And you played Kim Jong-un, and that's not what the question is about. The question is about when you went and did the Golden Globes, and you sort of did this spoof on sort of like North Korean, like militant person, and you got a lot of flack for that. You got a lot of positive response, but you got a lot of flack for that. What do you think of people who just like didn't get that situation, and why do you think that they, like, you know, took it that way?
Well, I don't know. You know, I am actually of Korean descent, and a lot of my family has been affected by the split between the Koreas, and so it's something that my family's been dealing with for over 65 years. So it's something that I like to poke fun at, and because it's the only weapon I really have is comedy, and I think I'm the only person that can actually make these jokes and not be put in a labor camp. So I should be, you know, applauded for it, I think. It's just a fun thing, and but what's great is that I had the opportunity to do that, and I've been kind of doing Korean characters for my entire career. You know, it's part of who I am as a writer and performer. So I think it's just like the visibility when you're also the only Asian person there. Like, I think I was the only Asian person at the event.
Wow. Even.
So that's a weird thing too. I think Julie Chen was there, but I'm not sure. I think she was. But it's one of those things where, you know, there's not really a lot of diversity there. So I think that's more of a complaint. But I don't know, I'm very satisfied with all of that. It's just comedy, really.
Yeah.
And the intent in comedy is to be funny and to make somebody laugh. And so the intention is always noble.
Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you.